What's going on, guys? Today we have the best cards at each position right now in Madden 26. Of course, if you're looking to add any of these cards to your squads, head over to MMOEXP for the cheapest, most reliable MUC coins on the market. Use my code FERDY at checkout for 6% off. A link for their website is in the description. So if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know the premise of this series: no budget, just the best cards, at each position. I am thinking about doing like a best team build video where I build what I think the best team in the game is. I was thinking about doing that video today, but let me know if you guys would want to see a video like that. I always do enjoy the team building aspect and kind of trying to build certain teams. I always have fun doing that. So let's get started from the back. And that's special teams. Long snapper, Aaron Brewer. Okay, J.K. Scott for our punter. Of course, Brandon Aubrey for our kicker, looking for that high kick power. As there's not much variety in this game at kicker or punter. I feel like in previous years they would sprinkle in a kicker or a punter, but right now it's only like these team of the week drops or whatever, and really no promo punter yet at all. By the way, I think that's true. Is that true? Nope. I guess we have Riley Dixon. There's a couple in there, but there's not a lot. No champs yet, which we've seen in the past. Okay, strong safety. Cam Chancellor is gonna be your sub linebacker. His movement's really good. His run support's really good. I also do like a guy like Taylor Mason in this spot as well. But Cam Chancellor, one of those guys that, yeah, he can still play over the top, obviously. He's still very good over the top, but as a box safety, this card is just crazy. Xavier Watts, okay? These breakout cards, we have another breakout drop this week. The next set will also be very high up. It is kind of a limited time situation because of how good their abilities are. I mean, their stats are good too, but because their abilities are so crazy, it makes them worth going to get outside of theme teams. Breakout men is pick artist for 1 and then mid zone for 0. So although defensive abilities aren't as consistent as offensive abilities, it's still good to have, especially when they are very cheap. So Xavier Watts, if you use his RP, you know this card does play very well. Good in coverage. His size is not bad. 6 foot, not 6'2", 6'3", but still the size is good enough, especially if you put the abilities on him. Free safety, I would go Minka. And the main reason for this is the 32 team cams. When I see a card like this, I think 92, 93 speed. That's just where my head goes, because if you have your team built the way it should be built in Madden 26, which is at least a 20 theme team, if not a 50-50, and if you have crystals, that's of course a nice little boost. But I look at them with +1, +2 speed, because not everyone has the crystals. But yeah, I mean, his price doesn't really make sense, right? If you're looking for one that makes a little bit more sense, damn, Atwater's price is down, but it's still pretty expensive. Of course, Morig's going to have that slight Raiders tag, so he's kind of up. Melo Famu, I really don't hate for his price. There's some solid ones out there. Even Harrison Smith, he always plays good in game, despite usually being a little bit slower, which against the meta he kind of is right now. But free safety, kind of an expensive position, unless you have, of course. For cornerback, there is one guy I wanted to talk about. Cornerback right now, these are the 3 guys I chose, but this position is so deep. It is insanely deep. You could really use any of these guys. Like, it really depends on your team at the end of the day. Of course, if you have one of those 3, which, 2 of them are all 32s, which would be St. Juste and Christian Gonzalez, but there's so many good corners right now in this game. It's actually insane. And there is one more I want to mention. That's Darian Porter. Darian Porter, I feel like a lot more people chose Thornton out of this pack, but Darian Porter, man, 6'3", 91 speed, all 32 with these coverage stats is pretty good. So I think he should be mentioned here. But there are so many good corners in this game. I mean, Porter, the main reason why he's not that high is, I guess, he's probably 4, honestly. He's probably 4. I don't know. It's the cornerbacks. I could put like 10 on here, and that's the truth. That's the truth with this position. It's not as defined as other ones. Will linebacker. Okay, this position is weird because you're going to see a lot more Devin Whites, obviously, with the Raiders teams and stuff like that. But I like JOK too. But Will's somewhat weak. But Robert Brazil looks good. 6'4". You won't see much of him because he is a Titans theme team. But good agility, good hit power, and like zone is an 81. It's not bad, but Will, it's not great right now. It's not amazing. I do like the mics right now though. You got Ray Lewis. You got Carson Schlesinger. This card is insane. Again, those breakout cards, the abilities on them go crazy. And they also have the alter egos, by the way. So looking at these cards, I'm not going to put one alter ego over the other. Just run whatever you think's better. These cards, it's pretty marginal between the two. I think Schlesinger, you know, you have the big trade-off in the run support, but I still would probably pick this one because of that +2 speed. And the same does go for Xavier Watts as well. All these cards, including, I did miss this on the video I made last Thursday, but all the cards down to 88 overalls have these alter egos, by the way, which is pretty cool. I think that's a pretty good, you know, wrinkle in the promo on top of the just insane abilities. So I think Schlesinger is probably the best mic in the game right now, either version you want to use. Sam linebacker, of course, thin position. Give me Ted Hendricks, 6'7". Of course, all 32. Great cards, still great users. You can, of course, still use them. Speed might be getting down there, but you have that size, which really does carry the card. Michael Dean Perry for DT, which might be a controversial one because there are some good DTs in this game, but I do prefer Michael Dean. I think William Perry is the best in this game. That acceleration is crazy. Pair that with his speed. Acceleration is a very underrated stat on defensive tackles, which kind of gets overlooked in a lot of ways, but there's some good DTs. I just like having that acceleration. I think Devontae Wyatt's going to be an insane card. I wonder what it's going to look like when it comes to making the choice on this pack, because I might consider going Devontae Wyatt. Look at like a Leonard Williams card, because of that 70 accel, you're really going to feel that. Once he breaks through, you're not going to feel that burst of acceleration, which you're going to notice on a guy like Perry. So even Leroy Glover was my other consideration. There are some good options, but that Devontae Wyatt, he might be a guy to consider because of the speed, acceleration, all 32. I feel like he's a guy that could be in your team for so long. Okay, right edge. I'm going to go Dallas Turner, the top 100 Dallas Turner. Also, I do like Byron Young for this spot. I use Jason Taylor. There's Myles Garrett. Lawrence Taylor is also good. You have some options. Even this James Pierce, his alter ego, I wonder what it does here. It's going to give him no speed boost on these ones. Like this one's like pretty, but 97 blocks is pretty good. Low impact block. Kind of reminds me of that early game Micah we had. Abdul Carter, though. Abdul Carter's card is, I think, the best card in the game right now. In general, I just think it is. I mean, you have the speed. You're 90-90 with these tackling stats. You, of course, also do have the alter ego if you want to get cute with it. I honestly would just stay with the 90-90 version. I know it does add some speed and some acceleration, but I would just stay with the 90-90 version. And then I would, put on the ability stack, which is godly, and that is you have breakouts, edge threat elite, which is like, it's under pressure with edge threat for 0. And then you also get double or nothing for 1. This setup for the next 2 weeks, or I guess week and a half at this point, I think he's the best card in the game right now. He's insane. Okay, heading over to offense. What's his price right now? He's at 600K right now. Okay, offense. Offensive lineman's pretty much just top of the position across the board. But Forrest Gregg is one I do want to highlight because he has some pretty good stats. The main one I look at is, of course, speed, which if you guys have been watching the channel, you know I love some good speed on an offensive lineman. And Tate Rutledge, I think, is the best offensive lineman in the game right now. You have to get 90,000 points in the breakout CPU event, which I've heard from multiple people this does take. It's annoying. Okay, and I thought it would be much easier than what it was when I kind of recommended him in the video, but for the next 2 weeks, this is like the best offensive lineman in the game because you get breakouts, pass protector, and run protector for just 1 AP. So even if you don't want to run pass protector, you still get run protector, which are two abilities that do make a difference, and you may have never used them because you have so much AP tied into your QB or receivers or running backs. You kind of forget about the offensive line abilities, which typically does happen until we get to discounts. And we're kind of at discounts for the next 2 weeks, right? So Tate Rutledge, speed, stats, abilities. I wish he stayed. I wish he did because he'd be on my team forever, really. Jay Hilgenberg is who I would go for center. And by the way, I do want to mention this card as well, Mason McCormick. He also does get pass protector breakouts, or breakout pass protector 2, which is pretty nice too. So Hilgenberg, Quentin Nelson at left guard, and then I would go Andrew Thomas, although it is kind of up in the air at Garrett Boyles, but I like Andrew Thomas's card. He does look pretty complete, 6'5", good looking card. Okay, we are now into the meat of this video. Probably maybe the reason you clicked on it, maybe. The offensive skill players. Okay, getting started tight end. Easy Brenton Strange. I think it's pretty easy. His alternate ego really dives into the pass blocking aspect, having that 6 offensive lineman. Also does get the ability, like his abilities aren't crazy for breakouts. I do like Tank a lot. I think Tank's a very underrated ability, but it really, if that 1 AP for run protector or pass protector doesn't go that long of a way, I am curious to see what run protector does do on this card. And you are going to see a lot of him because I do think the meta is going to go back to Jaguars. I think once we see this Travis Hunter card, it'll go back to Jaguars. I also am curious to see what the nerf is to these abilities. Because say it adds like 1 or 2 AP, which that would be kind of crazy if it did that. Maybe it keeps the 0. Who knows what will happen? But I wonder what this nerf's gonna be, because I'm telling you, we're getting that Travis Hunter on Thursday. I think he could be just an insane, stupid, insane card. Really, he's gonna be crazy, and of course you pair him with Brenton Strange. It may not be a bad card to kind of invest in, but it's gonna take a lot to make the masses move off of Raiders theme team. It is. I don't know. It's gonna take something craing. And this is one thing I can't believe. Okay, Randy Moss. He came out earlier this month, beginning most feared. He's already off the top 3. In my opinion, great card. But the nerf to the size and all that stuff, and the addition of a Dante Thornton Jr. to the game, all 32. Okay, so if your team's built, like I mentioned earlier, for the all 32 cards, you're gonna benefit off this one. But 6'5", has just insane stats as well. Just an insane card. Dante Thornton. This card does not get that alter ego that all the other breakout cards do. He is the breakouts budget beast. But Thornton, man, any team, plug him in there. Card goes crazy. And this is where I had Randy, but I put in Dante Thornton. I swapped him. Calvin Johnson, I think, does make it. 6'5", 91 speed. Really good stats as well. As a ball carrier, does lack a little bit, but still, that'd be the one debate maybe for Randy over Calvin Johnson, that little speed boost that's possible. But of course, Emeka Ibuka, he's here. Either version of the card I think is great. I actually do prefer this version of the card. Turn him into an absolute slot monster. Let's be honest. Spec catch, agging, it's not too effective, especially on a guy who's only 6 foot. So I would just make this guy, he becomes a slot demon. Look at this card. Look at this card, man. 94 XL. This card goes crazy. I got to go Emeka Ibuka. Some honorable mentions at wide receiver. Of course, it is kind of like corner. I think corner is actually deeper right now. I've been really enjoying Brandon Marshall. I guess I have him on a theme team, but Mike Evans, Tyreek Hill, there are some good cards out there. And of course, again, Travis Hunter coming out on Thursday, he probably will be like 91, 92 speed. Unless they go off of his 88 speed that his card originally had, and not off the 89. We'll see. Fullback John Riggins can legitimately be your running back. And running back, I did end up going Jamal Charles. I still think he is RB1 right now in this game. I saw a couple of comments about Amari and Hampton on my last video, but COD is the meta at running back in this game. And you have other running backs. Yes, if you have a Chargers team, run this. If you need it for your breakouts team, you could give it a try. But I just don't see it. I don't. If COD is the meta, and there's someone saying 99 acceleration, 90 speed, like what? He's insane. He has that card has 68 COD, bro. Dude is a truck out there, man. Elusive backs are always like 9 out of 10 years, they're the meta, unless we get a Bono's ability, a Freight Train 100 ability. Those are the outliers, because that makes broken tackles really good. But any chance you have to not touch a single player, that's what you want. Yes, trucking's cool, stiff arming, it does slow you down in most instances, right? So you want the guy that they can't touch. Draft the guy they can't tackle, as someone once said. Okay, that's just how it is at running back, unless you have that stupid broken ability. But CMC can be debated here, but I did end up going with Jamal. I think Jamal's the guy at running back. Even this Jamal, I think, is pretty good. But obviously, people are gonna say Dickerson on my Raiders team. Yeah, obviously, but I think Jamal he's the best, because he fits all 32 as well. He's just a good plug guy. But yeah, I like CMC too for that pass catching ability as well. And then at quarterback, I would still go Cam Newton. This is my preference. I would listen to Bo Nix believers as well. I think Bo Nix is also a good card. I like his setups with the abilities being discounted. I just can't break the fact that I think they could have done a lot more with this. If they're going to give us these stupid broken discounted abilities, I feel like they could have went further with Bo Nix. But obviously, I think Fearless, Pocket Deadeye for one, and then if you still want that Conductor, 11 AP for Conductor, Fearless, and Pocket Deadeye. Pretty good setup there. Or you can even just go break out Fearless Tactician if you want, if you need that ability. If I were running it, I personally don't care for or need Conductor, so I would probably just go, I'd probably go Fearless, Pocket, and then maybe just go crazy on the rest of the offense. maybe something else. That's probably what I would go. Maybe Dashing Deadeye or something like that. Could be cool, but yeah, I think Bo Nix or Cam, but if it were up to me, I would probably pick the Cam Newton right now. Also, honorable mention, Lamar Jackson's good. But I'm excited to see this RG3, man. I'm excited to... I saw a clip of someone actually already had RG3. I don't know how, but I don't know. So, yeah, that's QB. That is the best cards at each position. Also, I do like Jaden Daniels as well. But these are the best cards at each position right now in Madden 26. Of course, if you guys did enjoy today's video, hit the subscribe button, turn on those notifications. We're very close to 250,000 subscribers, trying to hit it before 2026. Maybe it'll happen. I don't know. Have a good rest of your day. I'll see you boys in the next one. Goodbye.